Hello, everyone. We are back with another episode of the album review series. If my mind hasn't failed me, I believe it's the 17th. Now, this episode, we are going to be reviewing an album I actually don't have physically, and one that has actually released, so you could get it physically. I actually held it at the record store last week, but I didn't take any pictures, couldn't bring it home because I was fresh out of money. But first time we're doing that. So, King Crimson, In the Court of the Crimson King. It's the closest thing they have to a self-titled album, and it already ticks all the boxes for being the self-titled album. It's got experimentation, unique sound compared to the rest of their works, and is probably one of their definitive better ones. So, if you can't tell, I am a fan of prog rock, okay? This one isn't really rocky, but it gets the point across. You need a visual aid. But, you see, it wasn't just music taste that got me into this band, because if you know me, and based on the content I've made for the album review series, you absolutely do, you probably know I like this franchise called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, you see, in part 5, there is a character named Diavolo, and he has a stand ability. Basically, it's your manifestation of your spirit that gives you, powers. King Crimson is named after the band, and its ability is basically he skips time forward 10 seconds, although Epitaph, his sub-ability, lets him see 10 seconds into the future, and everything that happens to anyone except for him is destined to happen. But by using King Crimson, he can adjust his placement so he can change fate. I'm not going to get into it, but I might explain that in a video. But people joke about it being complex, but it's really not. And so I decided it sounds really good. Like when he cries out in the series, like, King of Crimson! It sounds cool. So I decided the band should probably sound cool too. So I went on YouTube. I looked up King Crimson. And then I listened to the title song. I recognized it because, sample in a rap song. That happens to a lot of songs. And then I decided, I like this song, so I'll add it on Apple Music, and then later, I'm going to listen to the rest of it. So I listened to the rest of it. We have 21st Century Schizoid Man, which is absolutely an album opening to remember, because it's got... The opening doesn't even sound like it's from 1969, because you've got, you have glitchy voice effects. That's not really common back then. You have, super lyrics, and they're sadly pretty relevant today. Predicted what the kind of average person would be in the 21st century, the Schizoid Man, and they're not far off, sadly. But I Talk to the Wind, it comes right after. It's slower, kind of more ballady, and it's definitely kind of Whiplash from 21st Century Schizoid Man, but they make it work. But after I Talk to the Wind comes Epitaph, which, sadly, even more relevant. 56 years later. I don't remember what day I released, but it's either going to be 55 or 56 this year. And I honestly can't describe that one. So I'm just going to ask you, give Epitaph a listen. Epitaph is great. Especially the part with the guitar where it just sounds like it's about to, scream, but I'm geeking out way too much. And then after that, Moonchild. Moonchild flows directly in right after Epitaph, so it's destined to work pretty much. And it's slower, that's for sure, but it's it could kind of be like a second movement of Epitaph, because you know how some songs are like split into two halves. If you build it as one track, I don't think many people would reject it, because it just works. The final track, 11 minutes, The Court of the Crimson King. One letter away from being the title track. And you see, it's kind of got a whole, like, circus feel to it. Like, you're basically going mad in the form of a song. You've got random, like, not random as in, like, out of nowhere, I don't like it. It's like, out of nowhere, that song sounds really good. And, like, out of nowhere, in, like, halfway to, like, a third of the way, so maybe, yeah. They have this portion where it's, like, circus instruments, and it's, like, you're kind of at a festival attraction, you're kind of at a carnival, and so, kind of catches you off guard the first time, but when you listen to it again, yeah, it's good. So, not much to talk about in there, because they only made 5 songs on the album, so yeah. Although, because they're all so long, it is definitely album length. Now you see, the next part of this video, I'm actually going to be reviewing a second album of King Crimson, because, yeah, it got Lizard. Random name, I know, but I'm just going to say, because I probably won't be able to review it in any other capacity later on, kind of creepy, kind of freaky, but I like it. Like, the title track, the opening, starts out with, like, these chimes, these bells, and like, don't just fall asleep to it at night, but the rest of the album is so comforting that you kind of could. Like, it's crazy. It's good. I like it. I just do. And so, that concludes the album review for In the Court of the Crimson King and Lizard. So, if you have any recommendations in the comments for albums I should listen to, provided they're not like good gore grind or porno grind albums, send them my way. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want, like if you want, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.